Hey, I'm Mindy Kniss. This is The Daily Rage. You can tell by my voice I'm still a bit congested, but thankfully feeling much better now. Huge thanks to those of you who sent some nice get well greetings. I got an email from Rudy. Rudy said, how do you go about adding more accounts and trading them together using the same trade position? So this is based on a trade copier, and let's talk about how it works. This is the Apex trade copier. Now there's lots of different companies that make trade copier. It doesn't matter which one you use. This is the one that I use through Apex. The first thing you would do is you would pick a leader account. You can see on the left there. I've chosen my one account, and that's the one that I'm going to trade on. So if you're using Chart Trader on NinjaTrader, you want to make sure that your Chart Trader is on that same account. And then you can pick which ones you want to be your follower accounts. You can pick one, you can pick all of them. It doesn't matter what you decide to do. It's up to you. But here's some cool stuff that you can do. Right now you can see this is set to exact quantity. That means if I trade one on my leader account, it's going to match exactly the same on all of my other follower accounts. But I can also pick ratio. What ratio does is you can set a different ratio for one of these accounts. See, on this one, I set it for 50. So if I trade 4 on my leader account, this will only trade 2 on this account. But I usually like to keep them standard, so I'm going to turn that back to exact quantity. The other cool thing you can do is what's called crossover. Now, if you don't have this crossover column here, all you need to do is right-click somewhere in here, make sure crossover is checked. That will open up that column for you. And what you can do then is crossover means micros to minis or vice versa. So right now I have it on the MNQ. That's the micro NASDAQ. Let's say I wanted to trade one of these accounts on the biggie. I could click that, and then that turns this into NASDAQ, the biggie contract, which means I can trade all these other ones on micro and one of them on the biggie. That's super helpful if you are working on maybe a specific account that you want to push a little bit harder, but stay safe in your other accounts. With micros, that's how to do it. You can also, of course, copy these tabs. You can open them up for different things. Just know that you're always going to have to pick what contract you're trading and then pick your leader account along with your follower accounts. Now, I'm not going to place an actual trade because I have already documented all my P&Ls and finished out for the day. I don't want to have to go back and change it. Sorry, being a little bit lazy. But how it would work then is you would just place a regular trade on your chart, and what you would see then is all of the different follower accounts are activated with that same single trade. That just gives you much less to focus on, which is great. The one thing you do want to pay attention to, though, is it doesn't always work perfectly. It is technology, so sometimes technology can fail. What you don't want to have happen is it to still have one of these accounts open when you think that you've closed them all out. So even if you've closed it out on the chart trader, just make sure either in your account tab or in your positions tab, just make sure that everything is closed and everything is as you think it should be. The other thing you might notice is that you're not going to get the same exact fill. So for instance, I'll show you that. Let's just bring this over so you guys can see this. This is my P&Ls from today, and you can see most of these I was trading micros. And even though they're similar, they're not exact. So like 47.50, $50, 51, etc., those were all on the same trade. So it doesn't give me the exact fill size, but it's pretty darn close. So just FYI, it's not going to be exactly the same. As many of you know, Apex is doing an 80% off sale right now. And it also happens to be March. So it's been 3 months since we did our last Get Funded challenge. I like to do these once a quarter. So right in alignment with the Apex 80% off sale, let's do another Get Funded challenge. We're going to start next Wednesday. That is March 8th. You have until the 7th to grab the 80% off at Apex. So I wanted to give you guys plenty of time to get your accounts, get set up, and then we'll start the 7-day challenge on Wednesday, March 8th. I'll link you over to that page if you want to check it out. I'd love for you to join us. I'm Mindy Kniss. Thanks so much for watching.